What is that contraption? Okay. There's nothing. I lied.
You really fooled those audience listeners. I think they looked too. Our fan base feels betrayed.
Well,
what was the point of that?
so I can start recording.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, I assumed it already was because of standby mode, but no, that's not.
No,
That's not what it is.
Now.
I literally fell for it. I thought you were doing a bit for the recording.
Oh, are you colorblind?
As far as I know, no. But have you ever taken those like colorblind tests and then you're kind of like, oh, maybe I'm colorblind?
No, I've never done that.
Well, like it's like almost like there's levels. Like I feel like you watch like a YouTube video and it's like if you see this, you're colorblind. If you, but it's like they get harder. It's like okay, that's like black and white. Like I'm exaggerating, but like it's always like the last one where I'm like, I don't see it, but I don't feel like I'm colorblind.
Okay, because you are a man, and it is possible. So,
is it not possible for you?
It is possible for women to be colorblind. It's just less possible. I don't know, something about the manliness that makes you not see colors. I don't know. It's probably
real men don't see colors.
What?
I said real men don't see colors.
Sure, but also if you're colorblind, you can't be a pilot.
Is that why like
astronaut?
Is that why like the pride flag is like the rainbow? Because it's like if you're like gay, you want to show off that you can see colors. you're like, I don't know, you're less masculine, so therefore you can see colors.
Well, just because you're gay doesn't not mean that you're less masculine.
I know.
So I don't know. I don't know about that one, Joseph.
I feel like my tiredness. I'm gonna this might be a good episode just because I'm a little tired, and I feel like I am sometimes funnier when I'm tired.
Okay, but as we know, I am still the funnier of the two of us. Listen, it's fine.
Hey, look, you didn't have to make it a competition. I just said I was funnier when I'm tired, and you said, yeah, but I'm funnier all the time.
Exactly.
Well, see, that's just rude. I'm going to tell a story, which is that one day I got this was back in high school. I got I don't even know, 3 or 4 hours of sleep. I had a project that night, saved it for the last minute, classic Joseph, and spent up all night doing it. And then the next day I was dead tired. I was just like, hey, but I got it done. And let me tell you, I had a history class where I feel like when I'm really tired, it's almost like, I guess I've never really been drunk, but I feel like you could compare me to be drunk. My inhibitions are gone. Where I'm just like, hey, and so I was in a history class and I was just, I was getting those zingers. I was cracking up my classmates. I was cracking up the teacher, and they were like, yo, you got, one of my friends, she was like, yo, you got jokes today. And I was like, yeah, I just got 3 hours of sleep. And I'm more confident. Yeah. Anyway, that's the story. So anyway, I think I may be funnier right now because I want to be asleep.
Well, we shall see.
Write in the comments if you thought I was slightly funnier today than in previous episodes.
Okay, and they're going to say the same thing they've always been saying, which is nothing. Yeah.
Even our fans don't give feedback. Melissa's like, yeah, listen to the podcast. I liked it.
She listens on Spotify, so, but she has an iPhone. She can still go rate it.
No, I want the face-to-face feedback. I want to know what was your favorite part? Where could we improve? What was better? And she's just like, yeah.
Did you say if liked it?
He said so. I mean, I think I can show you the text. He's a rabid fan now. He's chomping at the bit for the next episode. He's
been binging our episodes.
He said, yo, when does your next podcast episode come out? I've really been enjoying it. No, okay, that's not how he said it. But
that's what it said.
Yeah, I added as if he was an addict. Yeah. He's just been mainlining it.
Do you know what platform he's been listening on?
No idea. I've not talked to him. I would assume
it would be, I don't know, Spotify, Apple, or Google, because I have seen the numbers go up, but that's neither here nor there.
But yeah, another fan.
He is our Probably number 5.
We gotta rank all of them?
No. Well, yeah, because that's how many we have. We can rank all of them.
I guess Melissa's still number 1.
My mom is number 2.
You said she hasn't listened to anything past the first.
Okay, but that's the running joke, Joseph.
That doesn't make... She's number 5 then. Even Illusion O'Neill... Illusion O'Neill's tied with your mom. Who loves you more? Your mom or Illusion O'Neill? Because both of them have listened to our podcast equally. So
yes, but Illusion O'Neill watches my YouTube videos, so actually that might mean that he loves me more. Wow. Yeah. Mom, you have a lot of explaining
Mom,
to
if
do,
you're listening, you the gauntlet's been thrown. You kind of need to prove your love right now. Yeah. Well, to address the elephant in the room, we did get better mics, and I have said it at least like 4 times in different places, but I'm not going to say hopefully because I know it will, but hopefully this makes for a better listening experience for everyone because being the podcast producer and editor, I've noticed that sometimes, depending on the way that I would set up our microphone in the previous episodes, it was just usually that I would be too quiet. I don't know. For some reason, you talk louder than I do, I guess. Maybe it's because your voice is deeper. Maybe. Because the frequencies and the waves... And the only one because I can't see color. Did you know that since I can't see color, it my other senses are heightened, so it makes my voice lower. It makes
how is that beneficial at all though?
It's a pros and cons, I'm just I don't know. I'm really just doing really dumb improv right now.
Yeah. You said you're funnier. Oh, okay. We're seeing that
I mean,
proven to not be true
it's
at
making
this
both
moment.
of us laugh, so maybe your humor's gone down. Yeah, exactly.
My humor was always down, Joseph. I used to watch YouTube poops for fun, and they make no sense. So that's where my humor stands.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I turned on the AC for you. Now I'm cold.
Oh, you heard me when I said I was cold?
What?
I said I was cold while you were in the bathroom to myself. But
really?
Yeah. Yes.
So you want me to turn the AC off?
No. Oh, I mean hot. I said it was hot.
Yeah, I did.
I don't think you did, but okay.
Yeah, I did.
I don't know. Just because you're colorblind doesn't mean you can hear better.
I told you my senses get heightened.
Okay, but it's not. It doesn't work if you're colorblind. You have to be completely blind.
I can't see colors, so that way I can hear them.
So you have synesthesia.
Yeah.
You're colorblind, but you have synesthesia. Yeah. Okay.
This is one of the perks of being a man. Male writers, we need you to write in. And male listeners, we need you to write in and tell us about how you can't see colors. Your voices picks up better on a podcast, and you have synesthesia. You can hear colors. I guarantee you, we're gonna get it's finally I'm not the only one. This is
representation.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What episode is this? 8?
I think it's 8.
Okay. This is episode 8 of the Not Just Arin podcast. I am Arin, and you are?
Gary Busey.
Anyway. That wasn't funny. Why
are you laughing?
Because it doesn't make sense. I told you this already. If the less sense that it makes, the funnier it is to me.
Both? Wait. Okay. Well then... Don't tell me it's not funny if you're if it doesn't make sense, peak comedy.
Well, anyway.
That's just Gen Z humor a little bit.
Well, we are Gen Z, Joseph. I don't know if you know this, but...
actually, this is the first I've heard of it. I thought we were boomers.
No, we're not. I think we're on the edge, though, of Gen Z, because I think it starts in, 90... Either 98 or 99. You're 98. But you're definitely not, a millennial. No. So, yeah. Much to think about. What is the next generation going to be called, I wonder? Because...
Tumors.
Come on. You can't be trash talking these babies. They're going to grow up and they're going to listen to this in the apocalypse and be like, oh, we're tumors. We survived the nuclear war.
They're going to make a TikTok and cancel me.
We're saying they're tumors. Actually, I kind of want to know what the next generation is going to be called. I'm going to look this up. But in the meantime,
I want to know what this episode is about, cause I don't maybe I don't. Maybe I think today I was just let's let's just off the cuff. I don't even want to know going in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You get the real raw reaction. You know, sometimes I see the questions beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about it. I'm stewing on it. Right now, this is just live. This is raw. I don't know where we're going with it. And maybe that's it. Maybe we don't have a way we're going with it.
No, we don't. We're just going with the flow today.
Oh, man.
But after Gen Z is Generation Alpha, which I'm assuming they're only called Alpha because we ran out of regular letters, so we got to go with the funky letters. Not that they're all alpha males. Have you seen... I saw this TikTok compilation on YouTube. There's this guy saying, like, something dumb about... I don't know. But the first, like, response to him is, like, this woman who has to be, like, a grandma or something. Like, role-playing as his mom. I'm describing it very poorly, but for those listening, there is a TikTok compilation called I think it's Alpha Male Gets Ethered or something like that. I know Ethered is in it, but the first one was exceptionally funny. But yeah, no, they're not called alpha males, or Generation Alpha is not. They're not alpha males because they're too young. Because I think
you're never too young to be an alpha male.
Well, I mean...
You know, that's what the doctor said when I was born. They said, yo, this is a Giga Chad right here. It's like, congratulations, it's a Chad. And then it's like, then like immediately cut to like baby me. And then like I got that jawline. I'm like, you hear like you hear the Giga Chad music, like the burr, 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 burr. Have you seen those?
No, I haven't. I feel like I know the song, but not because of the meme.
Well, see, I was trying to imitate it, and it didn't work.
But I recognized it immediately, though. It's "Can You Feel My Heart" by Bring Me the Horizon, if that is the right one.
Giga Chad's song is the first thing that came up. Here, let's see. First, we get an ad.
I hope I'm right, because then, if I'm right from those few notes, it's gonna feel big. It is. Yes.
This is me.
It's "Can You Feel My Heart" by Bring Me the Horizon.
Okay, now hopefully you're correct with that song. Now,
of course I am.
Was that wasn't loud enough to get like copy claimed, right?
No, because we were talking over and it was like
it was a little away from the mic.
Well, yeah, we're not gonna get copyright.
I don't know. They might
for 0.2 seconds of Bring Me the Horizon song.
Bring Me the Horizon. They're gonna be like, yo, bring me your bank account.
I don't think Ollie Sykes cares that much. Actually, you know what? I don't know. I know this is getting more into my interest and you probably can't like relate to this at all, but I feel like, I don't know. I don't even know what I was going to say. That was so weird. It was about Bringing the Horizon, but also like other previously metalcore adjacent bands that people have said have gone like too mainstream and they're not good anymore. But I haven't listened really to any of their albums after Simp Eternal, so I can't really say.
Did you say Simp Eternal?
Yes. It's not S-I-M-P, it's S-E-M-P, as in time. Or siempre. What is siempre? What's that in Spanish? Always? I think so.
I know semper. I think of like Latin.
Well, you know, they're both Romance languages.
Semper Fi, I think always strong,
it's
always
forever.
Faithful.
So yeah, that makes sense. But anyways, that was fun. I can't believe I got that off of those few notes that you said. But anyways, this is probably going to be a few... over a week old now, but I did really want to talk about the Kanye West thing because it was so wild and wacky when I first saw it. And now, today, even though it came out yesterday, for some reason people are only talking about it today, but not Kanye, Kim Kardashian, and like the other ones, but not all of them, it was just 4 of them. They did a cover on Vanity Fair, and as part of that, they did like an interview, and Kim said that, you know, if you want to be a business person, you gotta do the work. Nobody wants to work these days. Which honestly, like, listen, I respect the Kardashian grind. I can't knock the grind, but Kim Kardashian of all people telling me to like get off my butt and work, it feels weird. Cause like, listen, I can appreciate that she's going to like law school and everything like that, but
she going to law school?
Well, I don't think she actually, like, enrolled in a law school, but I think she's doing a thing where you can, like, shadow, like, an actual lawyer or attorney. It's only available in, like, a few states. And then you take, like, what they call the baby bar exam. And I think she actually failed it a couple of times and only recently like passed it. So I guess from then you can take like the actual bar exam. And she's been doing a lot of, you know, activism for like prison reform and stuff like that, which is great. But when I think of Kim Kardashian, I don't think of hard worker. It's just all I'm trying to say. So yeah, that was interesting. But back to the main topic. Kanye West put out a music video. Not his song though. He was featured on another song, but for some reason he made the music video, like really specific to him. Basically what happens, I don't know if you ever like watched it.
No, I just saw the thumbnail.
Okay, so he like, it's so wild. He kidnaps Pete Davidson. Because it's like in claymation. And like takes him out somewhere, buries him like up to his neck, and then puts rose seeds on his head, and then he comes back and the roses are growing and he's like dead, and it's honestly terrifying. Someone compared it to Midsummer, and I got that vibe.
I was gonna compare it to, well, no, I guess they're both adequate comparisons, but it reminded me of like the beef that Eminem and like Machine Gun Kelly had, of just like they both really disliked each other for a while.
Yeah, but this feels different. It is different because Eminem and MGK, that felt purely about music to me. And I guess they both made some low blows in their songs, but this one feels psychotic. Like it's unhinged at this point. Like, we get it, Kanye, you don't like Pete Davidson because he's dating your ex-wife, but like it feels really personal. Like it feels off. It feels weird to me.
I mean, so is dating your ex-wife. Like,
I mean, I guess, but at that point that
they're dating, yeah, I mean, I don't know.
They're like broken up, and now Kim has been declared like legally single, so technically she can do what she wants. So I don't.
How long have they been divorced? It seems like a pretty like.
Well, I mean, I guess technically it only went through now, but I think she filed for divorce maybe sometime last year. It takes a while. I mean, you know this, but it kind of takes a while for it to go through. And I mean, at the point that she had filed for divorce, I don't think their relationship was really going to be saved or salvaged anyway.
I mean, I feel like most people can agree, though, that like getting into another relationship like super quickly is pretty tacky.
Yeah, but I feel like...
But I don't know the timeline of this. I'm just kind of saying, like,
I think
generally
Kim
speaking.
And Pete started dating... Can't remember. It was before Kanye and Julia Fox, which lasted for all of a month. But that... I want to say November, December. I could very well be wrong. I could also look it up. I don't know what I'm going to get. Well, I want to know for my health. But
for your health?
Yes.
Your health is going to decline if you don't look it up.
October 2021. So, I don't know. I mean, listen. The thing is about all of this is that Kanye has been posting, like, text messages between him and Kim online, and it's just, like, weird. And it's just a messy divorce, and it really seems that Kanye is, like, I don't know, just controlling and kind of overbearing, you know? And Kim, for the most part, I mean, I don't know if it was in the show at all. Like, they're divorced. It must have been.
Isn't the show over? Or ending?
If it's not over now, it's ending. But there's, like, another show coming out. I don't know. There's a lot going on with them. But even though the divorce was technically on the show, she wasn't, like, you know, posting about it on social media. Now that I say that, okay, it wasn't... Kim wasn't exactly trying to keep it private if she did, in fact, allow the divorce proceedings and all of that to be on the show. But I guess, you know, if we're keeping up with the Kardashians, then if we want to keep up with them, a divorce is, like, part of that. But I don't know. I never watched their show. So, anyways, what was I saying? Oh, Kanye's just making things public that don't really need to be public. And honestly, making a super bad case for himself in the divorce. Because, you know, making a music video depicting you literally killing and, like, kidnapping your ex-wife's boyfriend it's a bit weird. Yeah. It's not gonna look great for you. So I don't know.
Isn't he sort of like... I agree. Isn't he sort of known for that, though? Like, remember the famous music video where it's just like, yo, what if, like, all these famous people had an orgy? And it's like, yo, you want to see, like, Donald Trump's, like, wax butt and, like, Taylor Swift nude and all this? Of course, not real, but at the same time, still very strange in implication and, like, just, I don't know.
I think he had a verse about Taylor Swift in that song. I don't know. I don't listen to
Yeah,
it.
well, the whole song I think was about her, where he's just
Really?
like, well, maybe not all of it, but I know he's like, he says like, I made that bitch famous,
Oh yeah,
and
that
then the
was the
song's
one.
titled "Famous."
Yeah, yeah.
Like, but
Which
maybe it's
isn't
not.
true, by the way. Taylor Swift was famous in her own right before Kanye ever interrupted her on stage.
But
Anyways.
didn't it like propel her to new heights? It made her like controversial, and like all of a sudden she went from like just being kind of someone to being maybe like an underdog of
I will
sorts.
say it probably did turn her into an underdog, but I mean, she was literally getting a Grammy that year. I feel like that's a good amount of recognition, and she had a lot of fans at that point. So I don't know.
I feel
It was
like
weird.
beef is more exciting than awards. If like
That's true. It is.
like if Machine Gun Kelly won a Grammy, I would never hear about it. But like I hear about Eminem wanting to like punch Machine Gun Kelly in the face. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like, and
Now
also
he changed genres. He's like
yeah, I think
making
I watched a
pop
whole.
punk now.
Well, I mean, isn't that
funny.
old news?
Well, I guess it technically is old news, but I didn't know if he knew it or not.
I watched a video on it. It popped up in my magical YouTube recommended. You know, you never know what's going to be in there.
Yeah, he's got a song with Willow Smith, which
Are you a fan of Willow Smith?
well, I didn't really listen to her before. I mean, I wasn't blasting I whip my hair back and forth back in the day, but
nowadays,
I mean, the only thing that I've heard of hers is like a snippet of her song with MGK, and then another one when she like debuted with the whole punk girl era. And I did like that, but it reminded me a lot of Hayley Williams, and I was like, oh, this sounds exactly like Riot era Paramore. And I'm like, I like that album, but I like it, I don't know. Do we need to recreate that? Like, does that need to stay in the past? Because it feels like very old pop punk, you know?
maybe she's inspired by it. Maybe she's
mean,
like,
yeah,
yo, Hayley Williams freaking slaps. I want to do something like that.
Yeah, but even
An
Paramore doesn't make music
An
like that anymore.
homage. No, I was just
guess.
asking because
I don't listen to her music to answer your question, but I have heard
Okay.
some stuff, and while I do like it, I think I'll only like it because it reminds me of old stuff.
Okay. Well, I was only asking because I discovered I was a fan of Willow Smith and didn't know it.
Really? Really?
Fan may be a little strong. I like some of her songs, but I didn't know who they were by. And yeah, I guess I just thought that was cool because like I listen to Pandora, you know, like all cool people do. Spotify, get out of here.
Debatable.
Pandora. Anyway, and so I get what I get, and like I don't always know what it's gonna be, and I like that. And there was this one song I think like titled like "Wait a Minute" that I've been listening to on like some sort of like indie radio on Pandora, and I really dug it. And then when her song her song that she did with someone else, where it was like it blew up on TikTok, where it was like the song where it's like caught a vibe. I don't know the name of it, but that blew up on TikTok, and I was like, okay, I knew that was Willow Smith, but I didn't know some of the other songs I was listening to were Willow Smith. And so eventually I connected the dots. I was like, this voice sounds similar to this voice. And I'm like, wait a minute, is that? And then I look at the artist and it's like Willow. And I'm like, oh. And I was like, well, good on you. Because I feel like all this to say is that I feel like if I knew I was listening to Willow Smith, I might have been a little biased against it.
Really?
Just only because as far as Will Smith's kids go, Jaden has not done a lot for like their reputation of just kind of being a little weird. And so I don't think I had much, I'm not thinking about them day and night, but like with Jaden Smith and his weird like intellectual tweets or whatever, I don't think I had much hope for Willow, but
that's from like a while ago though.
I don't know.
He tweets like
but
that.
that's permanently lodged in my brain, yo. How can
That's
mirrors
true.
Aaron, I have a question for you. How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real? Makes you think, don't it?
Oh, man.
Anyway.
Did you know he was dating, oh my goodness, Tyler the Creator?
Who?
Tyler the Creator.
Wait, Jaden Smith is dating Tyler the Creator?
I don't know if they're still dating, but that's the last that I heard.
Interesting. I don't know. I guess I didn't know Tyler the Creator's sexuality.
came out like a while ago.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's been pretty open about it. But
Not like I keep up.
well, yeah, but it was just a little weird to me because there's a bit of an age gap there. So I don't know, it felt odd. I don't think they're dating anymore. Did you ever watch Loiter Squad on not HBO?
Adult Swim?
Yes.
No. I don't know what it is. I assume it involves Tyler, the creator.
Yes, it's him and like his whole crew. They made a show, which is
wow.
I don't know. It was like a sketch show. There's this one sketch that that I really like, and it's honestly the only one I know from it. But it's the you come to my birthday party and bring me a birthday gift on my birthday party, and it's like it goes like that.
I've seen that clip. I think I saw it on Vine. It's a good one. I didn't know the context.
It's from Loiter Squad. I don't know the context. All I know is it's from Loiter Squad. So it's been in my HBO Max list for a while now. I don't know if I'll ever get around to watching it, but
you know what is on HBO Max?
What?
Dune.
Oh, it's on there now?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that took a second. Yeah, it's back.
Oh, that's
you can watch it a third time.
Well, a fourth time.
Oh, because you pirated it once.
No, so I saw it in IMAX the first time, and then it came back to the theater, and I saw it that time.
And you pirated it?
Yes. And then the next day after that, I saw it again, and I read the script along with it. So, so it'll be my fifth time. Yeah.
Do you count the script as watching it?
Well, no, I didn't just read the script. I watched the movie and I read the script alongside it, just to see, you know.
How does that add up to 4 though? Or did you pirate it twice?
I didn't pirate it twice. I downloaded it.
She said, I pirated it once, and then I watched it twice.
Yeah. Are you unfamiliar with torrenting, Joseph?
Legally, I will say no.
Well, basically, it's file sharing. It's really all it is. So I have a MP4 file.
Yeah, well,
somewhere.
If you ever meet Denis Villeneuve, I bet he'll be very upset.
I went to theaters and saw it twice. I saw it in IMAX. I paid a premium for that. I think I earned my right. I don't have a Blu-ray player.
Get wrecked.
Well,
buy it digitally.
I'll watch on HBO Max, and maybe he'll get some sense from that. I don't know. I do really like it, though. I started listening to the soundtrack, but only one track. So.
I'm curious. You don't have to answer this. I'm curious, who pays for your HBO Max?
Well, I guess technically my parents, because I get it through their cable subscription. So, yeah, and they pay like over $200 for cable. I don't know why they still do it, but it works out for me because then I get to watch Drag Race legally and for free every Friday, and it seems like...
Is that on HBO? No, that's on cable.
Yes, it's on VH1. So, yeah, and I'll be able to watch Atlanta when it comes out.
I mean, it comes out on Hulu, too.
Well, yeah, but... I have no idea.
She said, that's what I don't have. My parents pay $200 a month, and it's not for Hulu.
The thing is, I had Spotify for Students while I was in school, right? But it ran out like last December. But my Hulu still works. So I don't know what's going on there. I probably shouldn't have said that because then they're going to revoke my access. Spotify is
one of our biggest listeners. I don't know if you know this, but
yeah.
I actually contacted them. I was like, yo.
Oh, wow, so you're a narc. Wow, okay.
No, I contacted them to plug the podcast and be like, hey, like Hulu, like, I don't know if this is your thing, but we got a podcast, me and my friend. You should listen to it.
Yeah.
And they're our 6th most loyal listener.
Well, big ups Hulu,
Mr.
I
Hulu
guess.
himself.
John Hulu.
John M. Hulu.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty excited for the next season of Atlanta, but I kind of forgot everything that happened in the previous seasons.
You want to talk about Atlanta?
I mean, we can, but like I just said, I forgot everything that happened in the previous season.
Let's make this episode an Atlanta watch along. We can just listen. We can watch it.
Several hours.
Loud enough for the audience to hear, maybe. And then we talk over it. Or maybe not loud enough and then it's just watch long. Anyway, well, I don't know. I wish you remembered it so that we could discuss it. Because, like, I guess...
I remember, like, my favorite, like, parts in episodes, but they're...
Well...
I forgot major plot... Well, not major plot points, but just episodes.
You've heard me say this before, but, like... I really don't like season 2. I find it utterly depressing.
Yeah, it is really sad.
Like, compared to season 1, I feel like season 1 is fun, and it has kind of this, like, comedy, tragedy, like, balance, and then it feels like season 2 is like entirely just tragedy. Like,
Mm-hmm.
did you ever watch Black Mirror or no?
No.
Okay, well, I'm trying to think of something I could compare it to, where I just
Well,
like
I
I
know
feel.
something to compare it to, but you're not going to know it because you haven't seen it. But BoJack Horseman, which you probably
Mhm.
would not like if
No,
if you don't like,
well, I think I like dark stuff. Like, I mean, Rick and Morty's really dark, and
Yeah, but BoJack Horseman gets like sad.
no, I know. So does Rick and Morty. So does
Well, I don't know. I
what is
haven't
it?
seen it.
Black Mirror. I can palette some like sad, like depressing stuff, but
Mhm.
like something about Atlanta, like in Rick and Morty, at least it's like sci-fi and it's
Mhm.
like it's still funny. And I'm trying to think of what else. Black Mirror, it's also sci-fi and kind of like it's kind of our reality in like the future. It's not our
Mhm.
reality currently.
Yeah.
And so, but meanwhile, Atlanta season 2 feels, if it like hits too close to home for me, where it's just like I feel like I just feel terrible after watching each episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I did watch season 2 as it aired, so that was nice. Especially seeing the I want to call him Teddy Pendergrass, but that's not what it was.
Teddy Perkins.
Teddy Perkins, yes. I saw that along with the world, so that was fun. I like watching stuff live, you know. Anyways, maybe I'll catch the next season of Euphoria in like 3 years. But yeah, I don't know. I remember especially funny parts.
Euphoria is another like somewhat depressing show, but like I don't know, something about Atlanta. Like I guess I know you haven't seen Black Mirror, but like Black Mirror, like I usually after every episode I would feel like garbage, and like I feel worse after watching an episode of Atlanta season 2 than I do after watching Black Mirror.
Man, I must have really forgot it because I'm not remembering nothing. Spoilers for season 2 of Atlanta, but the only thing I remember is that what's his name? Donald Glover and Zazie Beetz, they broke up.
Van is his girlfriend. Ern is Donald Glover.
Yeah, okay.
Ern and Van.
Yeah. They broke up, and
very depressing episode.
yeah, I can't remember why though.
Well, because it's really spoilers. I guess we're fully diving in. It's like they're kind of fighting. It's like a will they, won't they, but it's not a will they, won't they, like in the sense like get together. It's like will they, won't they break up, and then in a very early episode in season 2, they just, I don't know, this kind of like bitterness or like this jealousy forms between them, and like they just end it, and like it. I guess like I don't know. I don't want to like hate on the show too much because like I still, I don't know. I liked season 1 a lot, and I still think it's well made, but like the stories just feel like too real, and they feel just depressing. Like there's no, I feel like everything I watch, I like there to be like a glimmer of hope. Like I don't know if have you seen It Chapter 1?
Yeah.
Okay, really? Okay,
Yeah,
good.
That was my disastrous first date.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that movie, really dark, deals with very heavy themes of like child abuse and like I'm trying to think of other stuff, like bullying, like to the extreme extent, and like sexual abuse and all this stuff. It's a really dark movie.
Yeah.
But at the very least, it has this like glimmer of hope where it's like, oh, they got through that together as friends, and like I really like that. I don't feel that in Atlanta season 2. It just feels dark and depressing, and I just like literally after almost nearly every episode, I have like a headache, and I'm like, I just say to Melissa, I'm like, I'm upset. Like I feel like garbage.
Huh.
Not really selling the show, but I guess I'm not really trying to.
Well, I'll say that I liked it when I saw it. I just can't really remember a whole lot.
I mean, I think as far as season 2 goes, I liked the first episode. I liked the Florida Man episode.
Right.
Alligator Man.
Yeah.
What is it? I liked that. And then everything after that was like, I don't know. I'm probably going to just sound like a broken record of just like, it's depressing and it's sad. But
honestly, now that I think about it, I think all of my favorite episodes are from season 1, because it's the one where Paperboy goes on like the public access show and the fake commercials.
I think that's the best episode of season 1.
The price on the can, though.
The price? Wait, what?
The price on the can, though.
I feel like you're making a reference and I don't get it.
It's one of the they did like a fake commercial for Arizona. You know, they have that it's $1.50 on the can. Then he rings it up and it's more than $1.50. And you're like, the price on the can though. Price is on the can.
I remember the commercial where it's like that guy, it's like a car commercial, and he's like, yo, if you get this car, you'll be a success. And then like it keeps playing, but each time progressively it's like, yo, that guy just circled the block like 3 times, like, and then it's like the last one, it's like he gets out of the car, he's like naked from the waist down, like he's homeless, like living in his car. And it's like, yeah, but he's got the, I don't know, he's got the BMW or whatever, like, yeah, no.
And then there's the episode, it's like a running gag in the episode, but they talk about a guy with an invisible car.
Oh, that one. No, that's, what is it? Don't they reference that in like...
It was in a different episode, I think.
Yeah.
And then they go to the club and they come outside and then someone starts shooting.
Yeah.
And everyone starts running and the guy in the invisible car runs somebody over.
Yeah. Season 1's really funny.
Yeah.
Like I think me and Melissa, I don't know. We're always starting shows and never finishing them. And so for some reason I was like in the mood for Atlanta. I was like, yo, Melissa, you got to check out Atlanta. We watched season 1 like that. We watched it, I feel like in a week. We went through it really quickly. And then season 2, I think it's taken us like a year. It's taken me like 2 or 3 years to get through. Because like I watched the episode where like, Paperboy is trying to get a haircut, and that episode annoyed me to no end, and I was just
right, because like he gets robbed and then
different episode. He gets robbed in a different episode.
But is that not the one where he like goes to the barbershop and just things just keep happening?
He goes to like a salon because he's like meeting up with a girl.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
He's getting like he's at like a salon, but they're similar, but no, they're 2 different episodes you're thinking of. But that one like annoyed me to no end. And then I had heard like the next one. Oh, and then I was also depressed by like the episode where they break up. Like that one is just really sad. And then I heard the next one, Teddy Perkins, while very famous, was like a horror episode. And so I spent like a year or 2 not watching that. And then eventually, because like the episode where they break up and the episode where he gets a haircut left such a bad taste in my mouth. I just never got around to it. And then like starting to date Melissa, or dating Melissa for a while. Like, when did that come out? I wonder.
I think that season aired in like 2018. Because I was still in college.
Frick. Well, I started in 2018, so it's taken me like 4 years to get through Atlanta season 2. Because
it air in 2018?
It did. You're correct.
Oh, yeah.
In March. So we are on the cusp. We are on the 4th.
My goodness.
Yeah, I know. Atlanta's turning into Rick and Morty with how frequently their seasons come out.
Yeah. I think, I'm not sure how that's going to do with, like, their, not user base, that doesn't make sense, their viewer base, yeah. Because the show that I like a lot, Mr. Robot, also kind of ran into this problem where season 1 and season 2, it was, like, normal. They came out, like, a year apart. But season 3 took maybe, like, a year and a half or 2 years to come out. And then season 4 took, like, a long time to come out. Because the show is set in 2015. And it ended in, like, 2018. Or 2019. I can't remember. But they had, like, lost viewers over that time because it took so long for the seasons to come out. So I don't know if that's going to happen to Atlanta as well. I hope not, because it deserves to go on. But did you hear it'll be ending in season 4?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, then so will my depression.
Well, yeah. I think it's good when shows end when they need to.
Why do you think it's ending? Like the story or like...
Probably story.
It's like Paperboy made it, Earn didn't.
Well, I mean, this next season, they're like in Europe. So I don't know. Who knows what goes on there. But,
crazy European shenanigans.
Yeah. I don't know why it's ending after 4 seasons. Gonna talk about Mr. Robot again, but Mr. Robot also only went on for 4 seasons, and I think that was good for that because, I mean, you don't know anything about... Well, I told you a little bit about it. It's like Fight Club if they went into the ramifications of what happened afterwards.
Yeah.
After they deleted everyone's debt.
Oh, so the show starts with that?
No, so season
No,
1.
spoilers. If you want me to watch it, you can't spoil it.
You're not gonna like it. I really don't think you're gonna like it.
I'm
because of the whole depressingness of it.
Well, like I said, I can handle it to an extent. Like
Also, you're probably gonna forget when I tell you anyway. So.
Well, no. Well, see now you've cemented it. Now, if you tell me, I will permanently remember it. You can't say something like that because it sticks with me. But no, I can handle a certain amount of like depressing. I don't know. I can enjoy like dark, sad stuff. But I guess I can sometimes only handle so much. And I think Mr. Robot, I had heard a little bit about the show, and I think it intrigued me, even knowing very little about it. But I guess I just don't watch a whole lot of TV.
I think Rami Malek won an Emmy for it for Best Actor.
Yeah, he gave a very wholesome speech.
Where are you going?
I needed to stand up and adjust my pants.
Oh my God.
Okay, yeah, he gave a very wholesome speech. It seemed like that really
I can't remember.
propelled him into. Well, I feel like winning that award kind of like made him like more of like an A-list actor. Before that he was just like he was on Mr. Robot. He was in
Not at the museum.
On Until Dawn. And
also Not at the Museum. Don't sleep on that.
Yeah. Classic.
The original and the sequel. He was King Tut, I think.
Yeah. But what is it? It just seemed like that really like made him an A-list actor. And
hey, do you think well, I mean, you haven't seen it, so you can't say, but do you think it was him getting an Emmy or his performance? Because I will say, his performance is phenomenal. And Christian Slater. Christian Slater does not get his flowers for that. He should.
I think his performance got him the award, but I think the award got him the notoriety. You can have a good performance, but if no one sees it, like,
Yeah, I feel like.
But if you get an award, people are like, oh, I should watch that performance.
Yeah. I will say, though, the pilot is not great. It does the job of the first episode, which is to set the scene for, like, the rest of the season. So, like, it establishes all of that pretty well. But, I don't know, it feels like the writing is the weakest out of all of the other episodes.
In the pilot?
Yeah, the pilot.
That seems very bad. I feel like usually, like, even if your show sucks, I feel like you should have, like, a decent pilot.
Well, I mean, I guess the pilot itself was decent, but also you have to realize that this show aired on USA, which is not known for their fantastic programming. So, I mean, the bar may have been on the floor, and maybe, Sam Esmail did a little sneaky sneak in there with a meh pilot and a phenomenal rest of this season. The cinematography is also great. But also, the person who did the cinematography for the pilot did not do it for the rest of the series. It's like someone else. And the music, I think. The acting, the cinematography, and the music are what make Mr. Robot for me. But the story itself I think it's good. But looking back on it, because I've been kind of binging the series recently, it's very, we live in a society. So if you want to watch it, be prepared for that.
I'll say like, I feel like you can make like we live in a society jokes, but like it's not necessarily like a bad thing. Like,
no, it's not.
I feel like
you notice it a lot.
I feel like you should only use those when it seems like someone's like making like a vague or like shallow statement of like, oh my God, like traffic or drivers these days, they're so bad, like no one was raised right or something, no one knows how to use their turn signal and not cut people off or whatever. It's like we live in a society, like I feel like it's like that, but like you can still have, I feel like, valid critique or statements on society as a whole. So like,
yeah, and I do think it does. It's very, I don't want to say heavy-handed, but it does feel heavy-handed at times.
You're really selling it here.
Well,
I love, on the top of my list of what I look for in a show before starting it is heavy-handedness and a bad pilot.
Well, I don't know, man.
So there's one more box, and that's like, I don't know, terrible. Maybe it's on a streaming service I don't like. Then boom, I'm watching Prime. It. Holy frick! I gotta start. We gotta end the episode right now.
Do you not like Amazon Prime?
Only because their like UI is not good. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I watch everything on like my PlayStations, and their app is not great. But
It's
honestly,
not great on PC either.
they do have some pretty good content. I
Yeah.
really like Invincible. I like Fleabag. I feel like they have good content, but you know, it's that UI. If I'm gonna have a bad time like finding what I want to watch or watching what I want to watch, then when I'm like, what should I watch? I'm gonna be like, do I want to wrestle with Amazon Prime right now?
Yeah. I haven't been watching it on Amazon Prime, but it is on there.
So does that make you more or less of a fan of Mr. Robot if you're pirating it?
How do you know that's what I meant?
Are you
I don't know, man. Listen.
what would the creator of the show prefer? It's like everyone watches
Probably
it
pirating
legally.
it because,
We live in a society. That's
exactly.
why.
Big corporations, they don't need to be in our lives.
Meanwhile,
so...
he's starving and homeless. Like,
I think Sam Esmail is doing fine. He did a show after this. Also, he's married to someone that I did not expect.
Speaking of shows, did you ever watch? Have you ever gotten into American Crime Story?
Yes. Oh my goodness. People versus O.J. Simpson, ate it up. Gianni Versace, watched that as it was airing, loved it. Oh my goodness.
Did you know there's a season 3?
Yes, I did, but I have no idea when it came out because they were talking about it for the longest time. Because season 2 came out in like it had to be 2018 because I was still roommates with old girl. So yeah, they were talking about that for the longest time, and I think it like just came out. And this one is gonna be what, Bill Clinton, and then the one after that's supposed to be like Brian Williams in Katrina, which I mean, hey, I can't really remember what all happened there other than that he like lied about being in a helicopter or something.
I don't know if it's about that.
I think it is because I read on Wikipedia and this is Wikipedia. So.
Well, I'm on IMDb, so fight me. Here, this is what season 4 says. Read it out loud for the audience.
The story of Steve Rubell and Ian Schrager, their meteoric rise and their epic fall when their impresarios were convicted of tax fraud. I've never even heard of that.
Exactly.
That's
perfect. Juicy TV. No, so I just asked because I got a random ad for season 3 and Bill Clinton on YouTube, and I was like, oh shoot, this show's still going. And yeah, I was wondering just if you watched it because I think I've always wanted to check out season 2, but I guess in my recent years, like I said, don't watch a lot of TV, and so I just never got around to it. But I did really like the People versus O.J. Simpson. I thought it started out really strong and kind of went a little down in quality, like the longer it went on.
Really?
I feel like they could have cut some content or made it like an episode or 2 shorter. But I feel like
it's been a while since I watched it. So.
I felt like the first half was like, ooh, like, anyway.
Man, what's Cuba Gooding Jr. up to these days? Because he is a good actor.
He's in Snow Dogs 5. You ever watch that movie as a kid?
Yes, I love Snow Dogs.
Yeah, I don't remember a thing of it, but me too.
Yeah.
It's like we were just both like toddlers, and it's like, yo, is that a Disney movie with a dog on it?
Hold
Sign
on.
me up.
It came out at least 2007.
I'm gonna say that came out in like 2002.
I don't think so. Snow Dogs? I don't think so.
You are. I'm gonna boldly say you're incorrect, but I haven't even looked it up yet.
Exactly.
2000. Hey, wait. Sorry, I want to wait. Okay, good. It's not revealed. Okay, so you're. What's your final answer?
I'm gonna say 2006.
Ooh, not as confident in yours. I'm gonna bump mine up as well because I'm also not confident. To 2003.
Okay.
Ooh,
what?
2002, baby. I should have been confident.
Well, you're right, I guess. But I
guess there's what do you mean you guess? Okay. The facts are the facts.
All right.
Hey, you want to know? I only
saw it when I was like in the 3rd grade.
You want to know what we're literally toddlers. In
the 3rd grade?
Oh. Well, when it came out. When it came out. You want to know what the tagline is?
What is the tagline?
It's get ready for mush hour.
That's so lame.
Yeah.
Wow. We should rewatch that movie.
Yeah.
Make a night out of it. See if Snow Dogs really lives up to the hype.
When a Miami dentist inherits a team of sled dogs, he's got to learn the trade or lose his pack to a crusty mountain man.
Crusty.
Who's the crusty mountain man?
It's Jeff Bridges.
Really?
No. I don't know if
No.
it's him, but I think he's in the movie.
Who's
It's either
the
Jeff
crust-
Bridges or another old man actor.
There's a couple of old. I mean, yo, Michael Bolton's in this.
Hold on, let me see.
It says Michael Bolton's in it. I only know of him because of The Lonely Island.
Oh, no, he's not the old crusty man. Who is in this?
Yo, it has a 29 on Metacritic. I don't think Snow Dogs slaps as hard as we think it does.
Well, that's because they don't allow children onto Metacritic, so what can you do? Who is in that? I feel like
not a lot of people. It's like Cuba Gooding Jr., some guy named James Coburn, Cisco, Nichelle Nichols, Emmett Walsh, Graham Greene, Brian Doyle Murray, Joanna Bacalso, Jean-Michel Paré.
Okay,
Michael Bolton.
We're not gonna get to Jeff Bridges.
All right, now let's go to the uncredited people.
Hold on. He was in another movie about like sled dogging or whatever.
Deborah Smith Ford. She played pedestrian, uncredited.
Oh, her? Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's insane.
She also played alongside. Oh wait, I need to do more. Oh wait. There's Paul Aldani as BMW driver, uncredited.
Him? I know him from back in the... him.
See, you can't repeat the same joke, Aaron. It just doesn't work. We got to work on your improv.
Well, Joseph, I mean, I know of a certain man
I'm giving you all I got here, and you're giving me nothing back. I need more.
Well, at least I know what to do when it comes time to do what we need to do.
Yeah,
right?
I'm going to puke on this mic. You're going to have to clean it.
But I swear Jeff Bridges was in a movie about sled dogs.
Jeff Bridges has been in a couple of movies. I can confirm this.
Was it? It was Snow Dogs. It was called Snow Dogs. Hold on.
Jeff Bridges is in.
Yes, he is.
The other Snow Dogs.
Hold on.
Maybe it was the American version. Wait, the Chinese version.
No. Yes, he was. Written by, starring. Oh my god. Why is this coming up then?
Which Snow Dogs did you grow up on? Write in the comments.
There's only one. Is it Blown Away? No. Was he not in... Hold on.
Your childhood is shattered.
No, because I googled Jeff Bridges movie Sled Dogs, and I come up with Snow Dogs, which we were talking about. But if he's not in it, then he ain't in it.
I
don't know.
Yeah, Jeff Bridges is older than I thought. He was born in 49.
Yeah, well, you know who else was born in 49?
These nuts?
No.
Oh, okay.
What was I even talking about? I don't know. We're talking about sled dogs now. I don't know, man. I used to really be into dogs growing up, like learning about them, and I knew all the different dog breeds, and I knew all of the American Kennel Club groups, and I would watch the dog shows because it would come on every Saturday morning on Animal Planet, and this was before Animal Planet went downhill, so they were still showing quality content, and I would watch it after I would watch Crashbox on HBO, which is on HBO Max, which is so lit. Oh my god, I should go back and watch it, but Crashbox did not have as many episodes as I thought it did. I thought it had a whole lot of episodes. They were just doing reruns a whole lot, and me being a child, I did not remember any of them, but oh my goodness, you don't know what I'm talking about, because I don't think you had HBO growing up, but there is this one segment on Crashbox that I hated. Oh my goodness, I can't remember what it was called, but all of my people who grew up with premium cable know what I'm talking about. It's the guy... I can't remember like what the character's name was, but basically his whole thing was that he was like gross, and he would eat like beans out of a can, and it was so nasty. I could not watch it. I hated it so much. I hated that segment. That was the worst. I had to like leave the room when it came on.
You got a problem with beans?
No, it was just nasty. It was visually bad. Like, hold on. Now
I don't want to see it.
Well, you have to. Well, okay, this is like me as a child, so it might not be that bad now, but I want you to share in my pain.
Did you ever... I want to go back to Animal Planet.
This one. Oh, God, it's so bad.
Did you ever see... That actually does look pretty gross.
Yeah.
I want to describe this to the audience.
Okay.
So, this is a Muppet? This looks like a Muppet.
I think, well, it's a puppet. It's not, Jim Henson
Is there
approved.
Wait, what do you mean?
What?
No, Muppets aren't exclusively like Jim Henson.
I thought they might be trademarked.
Let me see. You might be right, but... Let's see.
But it is puppetry. We'll say that. It's the Revolting Slob. That's his name.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh my god, here's exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, it does look pretty gross. It looks like
Yeah.
he's eating turds.
Exactly. It's so nasty. My revolting slob haters out there know what's going on. Are we looking up if Muppets is trademarked?
Yes.
Okay. You know Jim Henson, he was from Mississippi. They had a museum exhibit in like Meridian at some point.
It seems, with my minimal research, it seems that Muppets is linked to Jim Henson, and so everything else is just a puppet.
Yes. But we can describe this nasty fella.
So this is a puppet. It's not real. He has quite the bulbous nose. Think Squidward, but more human. He has this wide mouth, which tilted sideways looks like something else.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Tilted sideways.
No. It's got teeth.
Exactly. That makes it worse. He has these rotting, disgusting teeth. He has a giant pot belly with a belly button the size of a fist and with a full head of hair coming out of it. Giant meaty hands. A unibrow. Quite disgusting. Ear hair, full head of hair coming out of his ears. No hair on his head, hardly any. I don't know. I think the audience is throwing up. I think they've had enough.
Yeah.
But
it was.
What is it? I was trying to talk about Muppets. No, I was trying to describe that. What was I trying to talk about?
I don't know.
There's some show maybe crossed my mind. HBO. It's gone. Maybe we can't find it. Well, you win some, you lose some. Anyway, that concludes.
And you lose most of them.
Who does?
You do. Oh gosh, it has been 50
Why do I lose most of them?
Well, Joseph, your memory not the best. And I know you're gonna say selectively.
I thought you just meant life in general. I was man, that's just harsh. Like,
no, I was talking about remembering things.
I want to cry on the podcast. Oh my God. You ever try to cry on command?
No.
I have, and
were you successful?
No, I can just get my eyes like really watery, like maybe get a little water buildup up in the old eyeballs, and what is it? But I can never break the dam. The tears never flow. They just yeah. Anyway.
I feel like to make myself cry on command, I would have to think about something sad, and then I would become sad, which is a state of being that I don't enjoy being. So no, I don't. So
what if you're just always sad?
That's my secret, Cap. I'm always sad.
That's my secret.
Yeah. I like to think that I'm north of sad most of the time. So yeah.
North of sad?
Yes.
Sounds like a song.
North of sad?
Yeah.
We can start our punk metal band right after we become DayZ streamers. I really want to play DayZ now. I want to so much, but it costs like $28.
It's a little expensive.
Well, I mean, not really if you compare it to some AAA games, which are creeping up to $70 now.
Yeah. Hopefully not. Hopefully, gamers, we can rise up. We can swat down the $70 price tag. We will not stand for it.
Yeah. And gamers, they are known for rising up. So I think we will be successful with this. But I was not buying $60 games to begin with, so...
I was, and I'm okay with that. But $70? No, unless it's one I really care about.
And then that's how they get you.
Yeah, I know. That's what sucks. Yeah. But I think... I want to know how many people successfully... Or no, not successfully. I want to know how many people bought the new Battlefield. And then how many people were successful in getting a refund. Because that game was $70. I believe, yeah.
Wow.
But it was also considered like one of the worst battlefields in like recent history. Where like it's like, oh, it's a broken mess. Like there's hardly any content. And it's like oh, it's $70. Like yeah, you had like years to work on this. How did you drop the ball this hard? And
do you know there's not gonna be a Call of Duty next year?
I've heard these rumors. It's unconfirmed, but I've heard these rumors. Yeah.
Is it really unconfirmed?
I don't think so. I do think so. I think it's like a rumor that spread around the industry, like wildfire, because it has a huge ramification. But I think most of the rumors in the games industry do turn out to be true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it really that huge of a ramification? They just don't
Yes.
make a game, like, what, financially, reputation wise?
It's more.
Yo, why are the cops outside?
They're patrolling.
All right.
Some of this I did like kind of like learn, or maybe I didn't necessarily think about this of my own accord. More like I'm repeating what I heard in my PlayStation podcast that I listened to. But no, for the best selling game of the year every year for the past like 15 years to like all of a sudden not be coming out one year, it's like now there's like a huge like power vacuum where it's like there are millions of people that are just going to have $60 that they are going to be itching to spend.
And they're going to spend it on NFTs.
No, but you can buy a $60 NFT.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Anyway, but no, like it's like it is the biggest game like every year, like every month. You know what I mean? It's like
every month. Oh, like month to
if
month.
You look at like sales charts, yeah, where it's like
That's
what's
wild.
the best selling game of like the month. Now I'm like exaggerating slightly, but usually it's like every month it's like best selling game is Call of Duty. And even then it's like go down like to like 5th place. It's like last year's Call of Duty. Like Call of Duty sells. And so for that to not be coming out one year, it's like there's gonna be a huge vacuum where it's just like, yo, like people are like, we gotta get our games out, like, or it's like we gotta get a shooter out that can appeal to this like audience that, you know, I feel like a lot of I would say that like most of the people that play Call of Duty probably do not keep up with video game news, and they literally just like they're like, oh, there's a Call of Duty out every November, and so they play it for a year, and then they're like, hey, this new one, they see a trailer, they're like, this new one looks sick, they buy it, and then whatever. So when this new one doesn't come out, they're gonna be like, where is it? What do I do? They're gonna, you know, what are these frat guys gonna do? What are they gonna play?
You know, I want to clown on Call of Duty fans, but my favorite series is the Sims series, which is like notoriously broken. So I don't know if I have much room to argue.
Well, see, I don't think Call of Duty's known for being broken. It's just
not really
like
broken, or
it's just known for being repetitive and like just kind of like, you know, we what is it? For Call of Duty Ghosts, there's the infamous fish physics or whatever, where it's like, yo, if you swim up to the fish, they swim away. Did you know that? That's what we added.
Oh, the fish AI?
Yeah, fish AI. Yeah. There we go.
Well,
but even then, even where it's like for Infinite Warfare, that was back in like what, like
2007? Oh my god, it's really been that long.
Infinite Warfare, where like it came out around the same time as a trailer for Battlefield 1. And Battlefield 1, like there was so much hype around that, and then a trailer for Infinite Warfare came out and people were like, boo, and it was literally like the most, like, I think at the time it was like the most disliked
video on YouTube.
Yeah. And so it was like, it got millions of dislikes, most disliked video on YouTube, still best-selling game of the year. Like, like, yeah. And so for that not to be coming out next year is I think going to have like massive ramifications, not necessarily for Call of Duty or like the, you know, Activision and the companies that make it, but more just everyone else, of how everyone else responds. It's going to be fascinating.
Wow. I was going to say something and then I totally forgot it. Blah. So one of my favorite games on this whole wide planet got banned in Australia. It's RimWorld. And apparently the Australian government was super not cool and leaked that there would be a console version coming out. Potentially. This hasn't been confirmed yet. And so because of that, I guess they actually reviewed the game and were like, you know what, we're not going to sell this in Australia. But at first, the Steam version was unaffected. You could still buy it and play it on Steam. But eventually, they also like blocked it on Steam. And now, you know, RimWorld, they are affectionately called within the community the war crime simulator. So, you know. And
I don't know about this game. What is it?
I will show you the trailer afterwards, but it's a colony simulator. It's very often compared to Dwarf Fortress, which I don't know if you've ever even heard of or played. I've never played it, but it gets compared to that a lot. But it's basically, you know, a colony simulator game. Gosh, I really don't know what to compare it to other than Dwarf Fortress, but it's kind of like that, where your goal...
Well, I hear like colony simulation, I think of like Civilization. Like...
Sort of, but I feel like it's more detailed than that because each
Smaller
colonist,
scale.
yeah, each colonist you kind of have, they have like their own personalities, they have their own, I don't know, stories and like lives and stuff. And I can remember distinctly that eventually on the homepage of it, it went from being called a colony simulator to a story simulator. So I guess that's really where they wanted to focus it. But it's a little indie game. It came out, I want to say, it wasn't 2020. I think it was like 2018 was when 1.0 came out, but I had been playing it since I was in high school. I've been playing RimWorld for a really long time, and I only really like acknowledged that until like recently. But it's been out for a while, but you can do some organ harvesting. You can butcher colonists after you have killed them, and that's only in the base game. The whole modding community is
She's like, there is a flaying DLC.
well, you can make you can put heads on pikes. That's a mod though. And then there's the controversial mod.
Mods don't matter.
Well, no, they don't. But still, in the base game, you can harvest organs and commit
okay, tell me about these
literal
mods.
crimes. Well, the big controversial mod of the game is called Rim Job World, and it adds a lot of.
I think when you told me the name of the game, that's the first thing I thought of. Or when you told me the name of the game and that it was banned in Australia, I was like, oh, there's too many rim jobs. But I didn't. Honestly, I don't know if I fully know what that is. So I'm gonna Urban Dictionary it.
Okay, well, basically, it adds a lot of sex stuff to the game, and one of those things that pawns can do now is like rape each other. So
sick.
it's not great. I don't think it was ever on the Steam Workshop because I don't think they would like allow it on there, but there are other marketplaces that you can get mods from. So I mean, I don't know. It's like the forbidden mod within the community, but I will say mods are really what make that game come alive, which I mean, listen, it's an indie game, small studio, a handful of people. They're doing the best they can, and honestly, the base game is still great. But I cannot play it without mods. But anyways, all of that said, it got banned in Australia, and I think it remains banned in Australia. But I don't know if you remember this. Australia has banned all the GTA games. They banned like really any uber violent game over there.
No, yeah. Any like, if your game's got a little blood, banned. If your game's got a boobie, banned.
Yeah, exactly. So
Australia is kind of known for that.
Yeah. So honestly, it's kind of surprising that they didn't do it before, but I guess because, I don't know, it was a PC game and didn't really get looked at that closely. But, I mean, through this, we know that RimWorld is potentially getting a PC port soon. Not PC, oh my goodness. Console port soon, which is pretty exciting because then they'll introduce it to like a whole new audience, and that's great. I really like the RimWorld community. It's very closely knit and just a good time. It's one of the few subreddits I actually enjoy going on. So
it's like harvest some organs with your pals.
Yeah. There is no multiplayer mode, but there are like 2 separate multiplayer mods. So yeah, I gotta remember to show you the trailer. I don't think I ever showed it to you though, because I know I've talked about it before and I described it to you before, but I think I actually showed you the trailer. But
I don't know if I would find a trailer that interesting. I just wanted to know what you're talking about as you're talking about it.
Okay. I'm still going to show you the trailer because I do like the trailer. The trailer's nice.
How long is it though?
It's not 7 minutes. It is a trailer after all. So it's under 7 minutes.
No, it's an overview trailer where they show you all the gameplay mechanics and all the variations. Really got to sell you on it. And it is 7 minutes long.
I don't think such a trailer exists, but it's not super popular on Twitch, but there are a couple popular Twitch streamers who do stream it. I don't watch them because I tried watching a streamer who had never played RimWorld before watch it, and me having like 2,000 hours in the game, watching them not know what to do was super frustrating, so I couldn't do it. But yeah, it's a fun little game. It holds a special place in my heart. It's number 2 next to The Sims, so it's a pretty big shoes to fill, you know.
I'm now currently, just because I don't know what we were talking about before, but you were like one of my favorite games. Now I'm like one of my favorite games. But then I'm sitting here thinking about it. I'm like, oh shoot, what do I say? Because I have like a couple, but like I don't know if I've ever picked like just one.
Well, I feel like, okay, for me, The Sims is only like in my top spot because of I don't know, the importance it had in my life and just where it was for me when I was in certain places. Does that make sense? I don't know. The impact that it had, we'll just say that. So, I mean, of all the games that I've played, it's probably not, the best story-wise or gameplay-wise or anything like that, but it has significance to me personally. So maybe take that into account when thinking of your favorite game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have like a list, and it's mostly consisted of sequels.
Well, Sims 2 is my favorite, so that's a sequel.
Yeah. But I'm really like trying to like pick
Half-Life 2 is one of my favorites. That's a sequel. Still haven't played the first one.
Like I could say like Borderlands 2. I could say Infamous 2. I could say Assassin's Creed 2. I don't know. I feel like I want to talk about one of my favorites, but like I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm having a hard time picking one, kind of like looking at my shelf, but it'd be better to look at like my trophy collection. But even then, that would take a while. But I don't know. I mean, Assassin's Creed 2 isn't like, it's not my favorite Assassin's Creed still, but like kind of like what you were saying of like the emotional significance. That was like one of my like introductions to like video games by a cousin of mine that was like living with us when I was in 5th grade. He like brought his Xbox and like introduced me and my brother to all sorts of games we maybe shouldn't have been introduced to when we were in 5th grade, like Assassin's Creed and Gears of War and other stuff. But yeah, honestly, like I feel like Assassin's Creed, while it may not Assassin's Creed 2 specifically, while it may not be like my favorite video game to this day, it was like my first favorite video game. Because like before then it was like, oh, we had a Wii and we had like, whatever Wii games we had, and then we had like a PlayStation, we had Lego Star Wars, but I really wasn't like into video games at that point. Like I don't know what I was into, but
frogs.
I do enjoy a good frog. A frog admirer, if you will. But what is it? Yeah, I think I guess Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, classic. The airport level, just mwah.
I keep reading the explanation for why that's like such an emotional like mission, but I always forget it.
No, it's controversial.
Oh.
I was joking.
It's the no Russian one, right?
Yes, I was semi joking. I guess it's not really my favorite. I was just.
Why is it controversial?
Because it's a mass shooting. It's like that one level's just a mass shooting simulator.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, why aren't they supposed to speak Russian?
I don't know. Maybe
I don't know. For some reason, I thought it was like some kind of betrayal or like false flag attack, and they can't speak Russian. Otherwise, they're gonna know like what's going on.
Maybe
like that. I don't know.
Maybe it was like framing. I don't know, because I honestly didn't play the campaign when I was at an age where I could actually understand what was going on. So I don't know what it is, but I guess I just know it's a terrorist attack. It's like a bunch of dudes, maybe they're Russian, maybe they're not, going into an airport and like killing everyone. Yeah. And then you as a player can participate in that or not.
Oh, I see. So it's a choice. Oh, okay.
But it's sort of, it's not too deep, but it is pretty bold compared to, let's say, other tamer Call of Duty fare. But you are playing as a like undercover FBI, CIA agent, and so you're like joined this terrorist group trying to get close to the leader to take him down. But it's like you are in this terrorist group, and so like it's like you're playing as like a good guy disguised as a bad guy. And so like you can never shoot your gun in that mission, or you can kill many civilians, as well as some police as well. it doesn't have an impact of like whether you're caught or not. Like either way, spoilers for Modern Warfare 2, a game that came out I think in like 2010 or 2009. You still get caught either way. Like they know you're a cop and they kill you at the end of the mission, but it's like,
Wait, really?
mm-hmm.
Well, then what?
What do you mean?
Well, if you're killed at the end of the mission, then where does the story go from there?
Well, you play as like a couple different people in the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
But yeah, you're like this undercover guy that like is blending in, and so it is still. I think it was controversial back then. It's probably still controversial back now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's basically a mass shooting, which I don't know. I guess it's more. I think it's good for like video games as an art form to kind of dive deeper into like harder subject material, because I feel like that furthers it and kind of legitimizes it. Yeah.
Now that you said that, I don't know if I talked to you about it, but I made like 2 videos on it. There's this Netflix movie coming out. It's called Luckiest Girl Alive, and it's based on a book. And basically, spoilers for the book, and I guess for the eventual movie, but I still don't know when it's coming out. I still haven't set a release date. I'm so mad, but whatever. The main, like, I don't know what you call it. The main thing that the book is leading up to is because the main character, she is an adult now, and she's approached by, like, a documentary crew to talk about this really bad event that happened while she was in high school, and we don't know what it is until, like, the narrative, like, catches up to that point. But basically one of her best friends like does a school shooting, and so she stops it actually. And so and it's described in harrowing detail in the book. And so I just have no idea how the Netflix movie is really going to approach it, because I can imagine it's going to get a fair bit of backlash when it comes out. To me it seems like I don't know, 13 Reasons Why Part 2, but I mean, seeing that the author, Jessica Knoll, is executive producing it, that gives me a little bit of hope that it'll at the very least, be faithful to the book. But, given that a mass shooting is like at the center of it, especially now when mass shootings seem to be very prevalent, I can't see that going over very well for Netflix. That's all I'm going to say. I am looking forward to the movie. I am just a little nervous for how they're going to depict it. And I know you're on IMDb. I can see ya.
Yeah, I was trying to look up the movie.
I have some trivia. So what's weird is that the book they like secured movie rights for the book before it came out. So like before it even hit the shelves, they were like, "Oh, got the movie rights."
This is movie potential.
Yeah, which I mean, hey, I guess that's a thing that happens. But you would at least want to see how the book. Well, I mean, if the book doesn't do well and you have the movie rights for it, you don't technically have to make the movie. But I think someone originally was supposed to be making it. No, I'm thinking of something else. But no, they secured the rights. Mila Kunis is going to be adult Ani Finelli. But I'm really interested in seeing who plays child her, because I think child Ani has way more of a like overall impact. So I don't know who they cast for child Ani, but I'm interested to see that. But yeah, it is a good book. My writing professor recommended it to me when I was still doing creative writing, and I never got around to reading it until like last year when I was like unemployed and sad. So yeah, it was a good book. It was kind of hard to get through, it was one of, kind of bringing it around, kind of like Atlanta, where it's just like, yeah, the narrative is great, but it's also objectively depressing. So I don't know. I do like stuff like that for some reason. I like reading a lot of depressing things. Speaking
of
what?
Difficult books to get through.
Okay. Is this my Christmas gift? Yes! Finally, it's March and I'm now getting my Christmas gift. This is amazing. This is a Not Just Arin exclusive. Yeah, and it's wrapped in everything. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. This is great. This is serendipitous. Oh my goodness.
There's writing on it somewhere on the front.
Oh. What's the first rule? This is really thin.
Hey, the book?
Yeah. Wow.
Now it is ASMR.
This is amazing. I'm getting my Christmas gifts live on the pod. This is absolutely great. And I was looking for something else to read too, because I'm almost done with the book that I'm reading. I'm just gonna put this here. Wow, this is great. For those of you without eyes and who are
Without
colorblind,
eyes.
well, I can't see. But Joseph got me Fight Club for Christmas. So this is
because we recently watched the movie and it is a good book.
Yeah.
I will say though, the book I personally feel that is much more disturbing than the movie. Okay. I feel like the movie's hard to watch. Like it's a little visceral at times, but like I feel like the book with its vivid descriptions, thank you. It disturbed me a lot more than the movie, where it's just like there's a couple scenes where it just seems very like twisted, and I enjoy it. But man, yeah. Anyway, but yeah.
Wow.
That made me think of it, and I was thinking of doing it on the podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's great. Well,
but
it's a great way to end the pod.
Oh, we'll see. I wanted to go back to Assassin's Creed 2 because I liked talking about Call of Duty, but like I feel like I got a little interrupted there.
We can do a whole episode on video games at another time. This is their teaser. You can continue listening to the Not Just Arin podcast for all of our great and amazing and correct opinions about video games.
Correct? Well, I don't know. A little bold of us to say. I would say that I'm fairly knowledgeable about video games, and I would say you're fairly knowledgeable about The Sims.
Well, hold on. I know more about other games too. Okay.
She's like, I played Fez. I know about those.
Indie Game the movie.
That is a good. I did like that documentary. Did you ever watch the sequel?
I think you told me there was a sequel, but
it sucked.
Oh.
It was really boring compared to the original.
Well, are they following new indie developers, or are they like catching up?
It was kind of catching up with some of the previous ones and following new ones, but like the way it was edited and like the storytelling. When did it come out? I don't know. I think like let's say 2 or 3 years after the first one.
Interesting, because I'm wondering if they cover the whole Fez 2 thing at all.
We'll see. The thing is me and my mom, both were on Netflix, and me and my mom watched the first one, which came out in 2012. We watched the first one together, and it was riveting. We both loved it, and we got through it, like a 2-hour movie in 2 hours. And then the sequel, which is called Indie Game Life After, it is longer and has a worse user score on IMDb. And it just, we didn't get through it. We watched like half of it, and then we exited off because we got very bored. But like, really like Indie Game the movie. And apparently maybe this is why it's bad. I guess just for comparison, the original has a 73 on Metacritic and a 7.6 on the user score of IMDb. But then you go on here, and then this one doesn't have a Metacritic, and it has a 5.7 on the user score on IMDb. So not as good. That's
pretty middle of the road, though. How many reviews are there?
A lot less than the original. The original had like 20,000 for the original and like 500 for the sequel.
Okay. I still feel like that's a lot. I don't know.
But maybe this is why it had editing issues, but it says it's a collection of short documentaries following the people and projects from Indie Game the movie in the years following.
I don't know if that would technically be like an anthology, but
maybe, but it's not fiction, Yeah. But it's
So was each documentary made by like a different person then?
Probably. And and they're probably like 20 minutes each, but like it's not really enough to like dive into it, you know? Like I feel like in Indie Game the movie, we we really follow like Phil Fish, Jonathan Blow, and Edmund McMillan. Really get to know them and like their stories. And this one, it's like, hey, here's a guy. Here's what he's working on. The end. Like, it's like a bad commercial.
Well, Joseph, do you have any parting words?
Yeah, I'm still a little salty about the Assassin's Creed 2 interruption.
Well, Joseph, listen.
I was getting in my feels. I was getting
almost an hour and a half.
Come on, don't deny the audience for the Joseph lore. Everyone wants some Joseph lore.
well, I'll ask them and they'll probably say the same thing they have been saying, which is nothing. So if you're listening to this, leave a review somewhere. I don't know. Send a carrier pigeon to like your favorite uncle and tell him about our podcast. Anything.
Don't test. He will do that.
To his favorite uncle. Well, this has been the 8th. Is it the 8th?
Is that a jump scare?
No, I'm asking.
She said this has been the 8th.
I'm asking.
8th.
Is it the 8th?
8th. It's the 8th.
Okay.
I think.
This has been the 8th episode of the Not Just Arin podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I'm glad we were able to grace your ears with audio equipment paid directly by the United States Internal Revenue Service. Big ups to them. You can listen to us on YouTube and all the major podcast platforms. We are Not Just Arin Podcast on YouTube and Apple, Spotify, and Google, as well as Anchor. You can also send us voice messages if you want to. Still don't know what to do with them, but if we get enough, we might do something with them. We don't know. Oh, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Both are at Not Just Arin Pod. Also follow me on YouTube, because I said so, at It's Just Arin. And also follow me on Twitter at It's Just Arin. Because Joseph says I'm not promoting myself enough, even though I feel like 90%.
I don't think I've ever said that you're not promoting yourself enough.
No, you said there's no, cross promotion or whatever, but whatever. It's neither here nor there.
No, it's just like...
We don't need to explain it to him, Joseph. It's fine.